is how it's done. I have a cup of water, approximately 1 cup of mixed berries. The recipe asks for strawberries and blueberries, but I don't care. I just use frozen mixed berries. Here's half a cup of raisins. You can tell it doesn't have to be exact, it's a little bit less. This is like 1/3 of a scoop of my protein powder. I've got it in a little 1/4 cup measuring, but you can see that my 1/4 cup is maybe half full. I've got flaxseed. Again, that looks to me about a tablespoon, and this is probably just under a teaspoon. I could use more of the chia seeds, but I don't. I got a banana ready, I got cinnamon, and I've got vanilla extract. So I take my water, pour it in. You actually don't have to prep it like I do. You can do it as the water boils. Max heat. And I wait for the water to boil. I'll be back when the water's boiling. While we wait for the water to boil, I'll point out that, I don't know, maybe you read French, I don't. I've got large flake oats, and I've got oat bran. Because we had a bunch of this crap left over, I thought I'd use it up. I still like to use the oat bran because it gives it the consistency that the meal asks for. So, if you'll just bear with me here, I will do a little something like this. Jeepers. Oh, what a disaster. What a disaster. And that doesn't work. I'm not doing any editing, so you're just going to have to deal with this. This is terrible. Just terrible. There we go. And you can see. This is a half a cup. This is personal. I'm using about half of the actual flake oats. And then I'm using the other half as the actual oat bran. I hate this delivery system with this goofy thing, but it's what they sold me, so I'll use it. Always make a mess, no matter how bad I try not to. And when I'm done, I give a little shake to make sure it's even. It's even. Like I said, making messes drives me insane. I know how clean my counters are, so I'll do that. Come back when the water's boiling, like I said. Water is boiling vigorously, so I'm going to turn it down to a low heat of about 4. You just want to get the water boiling. Just to make it less vigorously boiling, I'll pull it off and put it back on. That usually lets the element cool down. And I take a little bit of salt. This is a preference thing. I use like literally 2 shakes. And then I put this stuff in, and I put the frozen fruit in. The oat bran will stick together, and it's really annoying when it does that. So you got to stir it pretty quick after pouring it in and mix it up while the water hasn't all evaporated or soaked in, to the stuff. You can see there's a big chunk there. I'm just chopping it up with my spoon. And there's probably some method of not making it stick that's better than this, but I'm no cook. Oh, the joys. There we go. Should be decent. So I've only put in the oat bran and the fruit. That water's that weird purple color, just so beautiful. That's your vitamins right there. Let me turn it up a little bit here. I was at about 4. I turned it up to 5, and you can see it's still bubbling. And it's very, very watery, which I think was your issue last time. And it's bubbling nice. Not the most exciting thing in the world, but it does not take long to make this stuff. Now you can see it's already starting to thicken. slightly less watery. For me, that's when I like to throw my raisins in. Starts to build up, so I got my raisins, my half cup, put them in. Nothing's going to happen to the raisins besides softening. That's right. Just mix them in a bit. And I'll drop my protein powder in. Mix it in. And I'll drop my flaxseed, ground flaxseed, as I said, and the chia seeds. Perfect. Dang it. There we go. Mix them in. Now, if you found it a little less flavorful than the foods that you're used to, that's something you're going to have to get used to, because you're used to salt and sugar-laden, chemical-laden flavors from the market that are very addictive in nature, and you will find this taste delicious, but it will take a while to get over your addiction to salt and sugar. Cinnamon, totally to taste. This, to me, is the key. You know, you want flavor, you got to use spices. Spices are good. Cinnamon's a good warming food. So I mix that in. I like lots of cinnamon. I love it. I love it. This was not called for in the recipe, but boy does it make it work for me. So, vanilla. How can I show you this? Let's lean it. And I don't know why, but I don't know if you can see what's going on here because I'm just leaning it, but I am trying to show you that I just basically filled a cap about, whoa, way too much, about, vanilla extract is strong, so that's a cap, and it's like basically just filled on the bottom, and I just pour that in. My food is almost done. It's pretty thick now. Mixing it in. This is weird to do with one hand, I gotta say, buddy. It's a little more awkward. It's getting pretty thick. Now, oat bran and flake oats will thicken even after removed from heat. So at this point, it's pretty thick. You may cook it more. This is too desired, but like I said, it will continue to thicken a little bit after I remove it from heat. So I'm going to turn the heat down. I'm going to get myself a bowl. A bowl. Whoa. Whoa! Damn it, I don't have a bowl. Yeah, I do. There we go. Family living. Sometimes you don't have a bowl. And you're going to have to bear with me, buddy. Again, you might be looking at my head, not seeing. Doesn't matter, I'm sure you know how to pour food into a bowl. And voila. You have the bones. It's really hot. It needs time to cool. So while it cools, you can tell it's really steaming hot. Let's try this. I'll take a banana and a butter knife. I don't know. I always eat the first piece, but take about half the banana, if not 2/3. I just top my meal with the banana, and that, my friend, is the ultra healthy breakfast bowl that I so love every morning. All right.